Okay, it goes like this. Perfect. Okay, now we can start. Perfect. Let's head into this game. This is Misfits vs Astralis week 5, day 2. Sorry. This is actually a pretty important game because this is a game that decides if Astralis loses this game, then it's I think they either are very close to get out of playoffs or just get knocked out of playoffs. So yeah, this game is very important for them. Misfits I think is important because of their seeding. So it's actually a pretty important game. Now, this is a while back, so I don't know. The meta was obviously a bit different. So, for example, Gwen was still a high priority pick, and Lucian Midland was still something that was played. Although it's still played now, but now when Worlds come, I think it has a bit more priority in the bottom lane just because of the buffs it got on bot side, especially with the combination of Nami. So yeah, this one is a mid lane Lucian banner, but I think we'll also see some Lucian bans at Worlds, probably for bot lane, but maybe on mid lane, maybe even top lane if Shao or something wants to play it. Now Kali was especially on VTO, he's a menace on that champion, so I'm not surprised that he picks it up for himself now, especially with something out of the picks like TF, who is just not available anymore, something that could counter Kali, so I think that's good on itself. Now Zinzara and White Knight picked themselves to Munda and Shinzao here. They're just the walk towards the enemy and punch them guys, so it's pretty simple, pretty standard. Although Munda was played before his rework, it wasn't that good, although he was picked, and now after his rework he's really good and he gets picked a lot, so that's an advantage. Razork gets himself to Viego. I guess it's for Razork. I don't think Herod, although yeah, maybe Herod plays Viego, I could imagine that. But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. I guess they're going to finish up the junglers or solo laners, and then in the second rotation pick their bottom laners. I think that's the move they want to do, although they could just say, yeah, okay, we prioritize ADC now. I don't think they will pick it as support though. Yeah, they're just gonna pick their solo laners. Actually, Felix, I like his style a lot. I really want to see it. Just gonna say it. Yes. Nah, that's a nice one for sure. Now, we're to head into the second ban phase. On the side of Astralis, we have a lot of skirmish stuff with Zunzao and Silas, and also that a bit of scaling with Silas and Dr. Mundo. While on the side of Misfits, we have a lot of outplay potential. With the resets of Viego, the dashing around with Kali, and also early game power of Razork's Volibear. That could be something. Although, yeah, it's probably Volibear jungle. Yes, I would say so. Now they're probably gonna ban out 4 ADCs, or they can just say, okay, that one support that we don't like to play against, just get them out of there, so we get a bit of a nicer matchup down there. Just opening my water thing. Perfect. Yeah, probably gonna be 4 ADC bans. Kalista, Varus, Aphelios. What is open? You could pick. As I said, just have one support to just get it out of the way with. What ADCs are still there? You could pick up. You could go for the Jinx. I don't like it too much in professional play, but it's still an option. Kaisa, Zaya. All of them are picks that you could theoretically make. Tristana, obviously. Tristana, well, how could I forget Tristana, obviously. In mid lane, as in bot lane, she is a menace, and this is probably going to be a pickup for the bottom lane. Now pick a, combine it with some kind of aggressive support, like Nautilus or a Khan. Fresh ban, okay, okay. I think a Nautilus or something would go well. Maybe Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank would be cool. And that's the Zaya offset. Oh, it's a Kobe on Zaya. That's scary, man. That's scary. Kobe Zaya is the creme de la creme. I'm gonna pen up with a nice support here, then on the Leona. Now, Promiscue has a lot of options right now, but I think he would just go for classic engage support, especially against Leona. Unless there's definitely something you could do. Definitely a nice choice. Would absolutely be for that. So either that or Nautilus. Yeah, the AST is locked in. And we have some nice team composition here. We have Misfits with a lot of engage. Like a Kali can assassinate someone from the backline, while Razak and Vander have some nice ass hard CC, and then here it can get some resets here and there. He's also on the Vega, so that's good. While I still say that Astralis has a lot of skirmish, and I would also say some team fight power, I would say, not in the sense of, yo, I have a IOE ultimate that one-shots you in a completed oblivion, but they're very mobile, and I think they can collapse very easily. Just because of the fact that their jungler, the mid laner, and their bottom laner all have a heavy utility, plus the support. And White Knight can just, his immobility is just walk through everything and do not die. So, very mobile comp from Astralis, while Misfits have a bit of an, I would say, it's Zhao on the other side, but I think I would say that Misfits have a bit of a better early game. But that is, but both could get game changes just because of the pick strides that Zanzara made. You can definitely do something here. But I'm not no analyst. I'm not a color caster. I don't have like in-deep knowledge of all the things they can do here. But it both look like a solid team composition. I especially like Astralis. I really like Astralis just because of the abilities to see and also the scaling that it brings to a team with combination of Silas, Tristana, and Minder. But also it's Vito on Akali, so you gave that to him, so that's a bit of a risky move. I'm sorry. No early wait, lame. Gotta focus a bit more on speaking, a bit more on what's it called? I should focus a bit more on like that people understand me. Like I speak a lot and fast a lot of times, which then leads to me just fumbling words or wanting to find really nice words, and then I just fumble and stumble and don't get those words in time or at all. So I should just think about speaking the entire time. And even if it's simple sentences, even if it's sweet sentences, I just have to talk. The viewer is not going to analyze your words if they really sound that good or not. Or at least it's not their priority. The priority is that you speak and give them some kind of information, even if it's just a little bit or something that you have already said. And commit to what you're saying. If you don't commit, then you fumble. And fall. And die. I've heard. Oh, nice fort there. From Starless there. They're just gonna cover up there. So as Zanzara he's moving from bottom to top. That's nice. As I've said, I don't have any color casting experience, so I'm not going to talk about any stuff in detail about this, like jungle pathing or ward placements or the pressure. I mean, I do have some knowledge about it, but I'm not the expert at that. Now, as I said, this game is pretty important on Misfits seeding in playoffs, because I think they're already in playoffs. Or are they? Or after this win, they would be in playoffs. Furthermore, Astralis do have to win this, because if they lose this, I think they're literally out of place. I think there's a 0% chance if they lose this. But as I've said, this game is a bunch of months old, so I do not know exactly. I think it's 2 months old. So the meta, I don't have too much thought about the meta and stuff, so forgive me for that. Next time I put a bit of an more early game. Maybe I put like G2 Esports Fnatic best of 5 or something, or the final best of 5, like game 4 or 5, I don't know. Just something that is as like something that happened a bit more recently, yeah. Or then maybe I could test out with the skull here, since Zara is here. Okay, the skull goes on the carburetors a bit. Steals a bit of his health, no problem there. And Zanzara could probably take this one without any problems. Razork is not going to contest it, so that's a scuttle for Zanzara. And I would say pretty good advantage for him. I mean, for this exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Thank you, Lucky. I exactly wanted you to say that. I'm so happy. No, he is down in CS, but the skull therapy gave him advantage there, so I'm happy for him. Here it sneaks around a bit, but he wants to see if he can maybe spot the jungler and just, you know, get himself and the team more information on where Zanzara is really heading, and, you know, okay, nice Relix. Not too big of a trade, especially if you don't mana. Just get themselves a bit of knowledge on where the jungle is, to see where he paths and possible gank opportunity, as well as objective and vision control, like where you have to prioritize it and place it at. Oh, I love here it's Razork. Here it's Big. I really like it, just because of the fact now he's also up against the tanks, so it's double good because his passive is really good against the tanks. I like, a lot of people forget Razork's. Why do I always say Razork? I think I'm just so used to Piego being played in the jungle, and like people like Inspire just smurfing on him, that I completely forget that he could also be play top lane. I think it's that. Oh yeah, I have to concentrate myself a bit. And there's not much action here. I've said they have a lot of scaling here. V-tier can one-shot anyone after the training informated in a heartbeat. Here it's with the resets. I mean, he also uses items of enemy champions, so logically, if the items of the enemy champions are better, then he also gets strong. And there's a bit of a pause. Don't know why though. I think I watched this game, but I don't remember much of it. I absolutely forgot there was a pause in there. Let me just see. I think I'm gonna skip this, just because of the. I mean, it's also important that you just like train like pauses and how to entertain them, but I'm here for the casting specifically. So let me just skip this, if that is allowed. Okay, I make the rules, so I don't give a fuck what you think. Oh yes, the caster for Sore Throat. I love that cast. That's a perfect cast. Oh yeah. It's fun to make fun of yourself. It's so fun. Because nobody is then offended except yourself. And that is not really something that can happen, so free fun. Promiscuous spotted the Razork here, probably get the skull there. Yeah, the skull is him. Is for him. Now Zanzara is moving bot side, though he gets the blue buff there, but he loses the skull there, so Razork. I mean, he does farm a bit better than Razork, or at least it seems so. I mean, nothing has happened yet. They're farming, they're a bit of early game junglers, but they didn't have any opportunity yet to really get something going. And I think we have to wait for that a bit longer. Possibly for a Herald fight or Drake fight. One of those. I would even say Herald fight, honestly. But I think it'll be Drake fights. It's too open. for now to say exactly. This is a boring game. On a train shotcasting, nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. That's a nice bomb. Would be too good if you could stack it. That's maybe engaged. No, okay. The Zenith Blade. It does not hit. That's fine. Vander, as well as Promise Q, do not have the ultimates yet, so I don't think they will be engaging like right at this point unless they see some kind of advantage. One thing I've watched some guys on YouTube and stuff, and I don't know if it's like totally accurate, but one thing you can always remember is that as a support, it's best to engage when you have a legitimate reason to engage. If the enemies like have wasted to summon a spell, some kind of ability, and then you know, okay, this is a time to engage. Promise Q might be catched off here. If he just steps too closely, he doesn't have ultimate, so if he gets by the Zenith Blade, I think he has either first to flash out and just straight up die, but he does not fall for the trap, so that's good. Now there's a Herald fight here, as you can hear it. Here already on the Herald, Zanzara might not have Magi Felix. Want to try to contest this, but I don't think there will. Zanzara backs off. And wait, what's that? Okay, I thought for a second White Knight stole that bomb skill. But fortunately enough, Misfits get that Herald and maybe a big disadvantage here. That's an engage on the Vito from Magi Felix. The stun hits Vito. Maybe Magi Felix wants to ult there. No. Vito jumps out of range, and as the first instance of Magi Felix's stolen ultimate is now point and click and not free activatable, non-target spell like it used to be, he cannot follow up. So if there was a later or earlier Akali ultimate, he would have been able to further engage on that. But unfortunately, Akali with not, with that early evaluation of ult was a bit too strong. A bit too, honestly, I can just remember Reese Akali was disgusting. Supposed still not have the ultimate, but I think Vander is gonna get his, very, very soon. And if Chesler, uses rocket jump just a bit too aggressively or something, it's just straight up to first blood. So, especially for Kabi, that would be such a huge advantage. Now, Magi Felix, I think Magi Felix outtrades Vito in most of these trades now. Just because of the fact they can just heal against Vito and stun against Vito, especially because it is not a point and click, which is non-target, so you can also use it again when Vito is in the shroud. Pretty useful. Then Zanzara goes here for a little invade, gets himself some chickens. That's not too nice, bro. That's just those chickens belong to the enemy. That's so not nice, bro. You're such a menace. You're such a menace. Now Razak is gonna be very unhappy to see that his chickens are not there anymore. Vander might get a Getchi, although he spots Promise Q and his teammate with his oracles. Zenith Blade does not hit Promise Q, so that's not going to be anything. It could have died there, honestly. Vander could have died there. If it just, if Jesla would be able to help them and just collapse on the Vander. But unfortunately, whatever, Zenith Blade doesn't hit. That may be a Herald spawn here mid lane. Vito pushing this in as hard as he possibly can. Razak, maybe move down bot lane also. Maybe a tower dive, honestly. I mean, they could have tried it. Especially because Promise Q is now with his ADC right now. Was he spotted? I don't think he was spotted. Promise Q is a bit deep there. They don't decide to engage him in. I mean, he does have ult, so engage him in with Vander, and Razak is pretty much useless. Does Vander hit the Seraph Blade, maybe? No, okay. I'm always on the edge. I have to. One thing I always do is try to predict spells, and that's not good. Sometimes it's good, but most of the times it's not good. I should really refrain from it, except if it's something really, really obvious. If there's 4 people on one stack and you have vision on them and you don't Malphite ult them, I will call you out. Will kill, yeah, just saying. That's a really good trade from Magic Felix. As I said, as Magic Felix, and probably I think he can stack his Conqueror a bit faster than Vito, and his healing is really, really strong. So he outtrades Vito in most cases. Also, Richard is spawned in bot lane. He's gonna get a lot of gold into Kabi's little pockets. His are gonna get Gage to Rezik flashes onto him, the ult onto Zanzara, and that's the first blood for Misfits. Kabi is going down as Vito jumps into the entire team. May jump onto Cheska now. He's not getting one shot just yet, but Vito's jumping forward, and Jack Lester is down. White Knight is exterminated, and that's Promiscuous Death as Astralis is aced. Oh my god. Just seeing like Chesler just run away and just get almost one shot by freaking Vito, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine, and suddenly just Vito comes back out of freaking nowhere, just like says, psych bitch, and dies. Look at this, Resurrect just clears the wood, then Zanzara comes and Resurrect's like, okay, flash onto him, the ult, then the support, he is just first blood, he's so dead, he's so stunned, he's so done. Kobe does not root Cheska. Cheska flashes out of the root. Absolutely magnificent. And now Vito onto Cheska. Jumps away. Gets almost one shot by Vito. And then Vito just follows it up with the second instance of ultimate and shuts him down. Max Felix down. White Knight gets killed under the tower. And Promiscuous is not able to survive this, as he's 1v4 and his ultimate is not up anymore. Magic Felix is engaged by Vander. Although Vander is in a really bad position here. It's really low. And the follow-up on him is really strong. He has to pop the stopwatch. And Magic Felix is going to get himself that kill. Promiscuous is going to die too. White Knight is very low, but he's managed to get away from that one. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Supports traded as Magic Felix and his team. Astralis get himself the Drake here, maybe a re-engage onto Astralis. Misfits with the help of Herod want to trade this one. Magic Felix is getting low. Just has to jump away here from Vito and not get one shot. How do you get ultimate up again? That's a cooldown on Cal ultimate is really nothing. Vito is now with 3 kills. Herod with 2 kills. And Kabi's here with 4 assists, so I would say this is going very good for Misfits, honestly. Very good. I mean, the kills on Astralis on White Knight and Magic Felix. Now, Magic Felix, I say yes on White Knight. I would rather give it to Jaskla or Zanzara. So I really think that Misfits got a real upper hand here, like a big upper hand. Now, the game has been really, really slow. Before the 10th minute, and now 2 team fights back to back. First one, Astralis gets aced. Second one, they lose the support. The other one loses the support. Nice trade. The best one. And maybe engage on the Herod, honestly. Promise you just... Okay, Misfit is not visible though, and Zara is now here to help his team out, and Herod just gets collapsed on and killed off. Shut down for Zanzara. Nice advantage there. Now Herod has been farming up really nicely. Now White Knight can, get a bit of farm back and try to, set up the wave. And with that, he may be able to deny CS from Misfits, and that's a really nice kill, especially because it's on Zanzara. On all the people up there, I really would have wanted to kill the go to Zanzara, so that's perfect, especially because it was a shutdown. Berserk moves upwards towards White Knight. Here and Vito might want to collapse. They do have just one hard CC spell, so that may be a problem. I'll just say that. Or then I might try to... diving a Dr. Mundo is not the best idea. Let me just tell you that. Diving a Dr. Mundo is not the best idea. Although, I do think it has Herald, so it would theoretically be possible, I think. Just because of destroying the turret. But he decides against it. I think the turret is still has a lot of health, I think. So, yeah. That's that. Head gets popped in mid lane. The turret goes down. You already have 2 turrets, but outside there's none. I like how the items of Kobe and Jeskla are the same, except Kobe has 1 long sword and Jeskla has 1 attack speed dagger. I don't know. Just looks kind of cute. Now still, here it is still looking very strong. VTO still has 3 kills and a shutdown on him. So I don't know, man. Engage on Zenzara. I was yawning, please. The stun on the Zenzara from engage from Van and Razork has to ult in and get himself the kill onto Zenzara. He does. Here it gets himself a reset. The first one. White Knight dies through VTO. Mission Felix and Jessica have to watch out, though. VTO has a flash away to survive this one. The bomb is out to him, but he gets healed and survives that engage. Maybe it's another Promise Q and a kill for him. Kabi is coming, but Promise Q is tanky enough to survive the damage from Herod, and the stun is not too long for Kabi to re-engage onto that. That maybe an engage on the Herod. The knockup is hitting. That's a follow-up from Magic Felix and the kill for him, as he and the support are catching up Herod again. Oh man, Herod. His position. I mean that was not too bad from him. It was good from Promise Q to just flash to the bush there, and decide to maybe try to follow up on him and then get himself the kill on that. Really good, really good. Now Stars can start up the Drake here with no contest, as you know they're playing a 4v5 and the people are still scared around the map. So yeah, that's just unlucky, bro. We see here Zenzara gets sandwiched by Van and Razork. Gets stunned up first, gets stunned up second, rooted. And then Zenzara tries to flash out, I think, with the help of his ultimate. And then Razork falls up with his ult and the flash to get him. This gives Herod the first reset. Chester tries to, give some damage in, but then he has to escape as well. White Knight gets ignited and killed off by VTO. And then Astralis. Okay, wait. Herod might be catched off yet again. He's ult out, so that's fine till now. Although, Razork is here's back up. I think he's fine. Good. Magic Felix and VTO in the previous team fight tried to Magic Felix and I don't know who it was. Magic Felix and one of his teammates tried to catch up VTO when he was winning again with a wall and kill White Knight, but fortunately he was able to get away before the bomb was stacked onto him, and he was also healed, so he survived that ordeal. Astralis, even though it still seems very good for Misfits, they are now not 4 kills in deficit but 3. So I guess that's an improvement. Especially because they have 3 Drakes now and they have the first turret. So I wouldn't count them out. It's a 4k gold lead. Sounds big and it's kind of big, but 5k is not game deciding. We have seen games that have been won by the other team when they had 7 or 8 or even 10 or 11k gold leads. So yeah. Although that 10k gold lead is really just a kind of win sentence. If you lose that, then you've really, really kind of thrown the game into just, complete disaster. Felix has to watch out though. Almost can get up by Vito and Vanda. They cover a bit here, but the rest of midfields are taking down the Baron. Vito gets spotted by Zanzara. Does not get engaged on. So who's the focus player here? Magic Felix gets engaged on by Vanda. The bomb is onto him. Promise Q is there to tank for his team. Now Zanzara is onto Kabi. Kabi has to ult. And what? Hey, Vito, what are you doing in the backline today? That's exactly your job, mate. But how did you get there? Magic Felix is dead. The Misfits are getting themselves the advantage they have searched for. Vito, where the hell did you come from? I looked at Misfits and then I looked at Astralis and was like, I don't think anyone from Astralis is called Vito. Who is that guy? Oh man. I could have put more like a voice. Wait, let me just redo this team fight. You know what? Let me just redo this team fight, honestly. Just because I want to like really use my voice. I want to train my voice. Let's see here. The Misfits start off the Baron here while Van and Vito are covering here. Astralis try to get near her, at least to get some vision, like some vision. And Vito gets spotted with a spear from Zanzara. And we see it engage onto Magic Felix by Vanda. Vanda is getting very low, flashes out to not get completely bursted into the ground. And then Astralis decide, yeah, we're gonna engage. Kabi ults, really nice engage from them. And then Vito is just in backline and distracts him, while Misfits then do a really good re-engage and give themselves the advantage in this fight. It's just so good. Just they kind of confused the Astralis just because of the fact that Vito was suddenly behind them, and like he didn't do too much. Like he kind of got like almost one shot there, but it was distraction. And Razork, for example, could then just just run in and just burst someone down, get themselves a bit of an advantage there by getting a, like as I said, the re-engage. And that's just that Astralis there. They were just too confused. There's a Van engages onto Magic Felix. He gets stunned up on the other head. Gets bursted down as well. Like both supports get bursted down, but then Promise Q with his Astralis tries to re-engage them. Vito is suddenly in the middle of Astralis and just completely confuses them, makes them scared, and then it comes Razork, just burst down. That poor guy, and now they're just split up, and Misfits completely win the fight. And even though Vito goes down in the end, it's not really that much, especially because the shutdown from Vito went to freaking Promise Q. So that is a team fight win if I've ever seen one, man. Jesus. Oh my god. I have to get my voice a bit better in control. A push from Misfits here is very, very dangerous. They have the Baron buff, so they're going to be able to destroy the space in literal seconds. So yeah. Four members of Misfits in mid lane, while Hurt pushes down top, bot lane, by completely himself. Now he has to watch out though. He's a bit too far up. Zanzara is there to engage onto him. Here, what the hell are you doing? Like, that was a good idea. 4-1. Absolutely. Do that. But you're just a bit too greedy, man. I mean, you didn't even get the turret. So, now what did I get you in the end? Huh? What did that get you? They get you nothing. Here it really likes to get catched out, huh? Why didn't I just walk up, man? He does not give a damn. And just, okay, where is Zanzara? Where the hell are you coming from? And Kabi just kills Zanzara. Zanzara jumps to Kabi and he's like, no, gun you down. And just dies. 1-for-1 here. But Felix gets zoned off, but Razor gets slowed up. His ult is going to get him up safely. But what the hell is that? Zanzara thinks, oh yes, that's that ADC 1-1. I'm a 1-3, but he's an ADC. He's gonna lose. And suddenly he does not lose. What the hell? That's now how you're supposed to play the game. It's also really impressive how Razork literally never died in this game before. Like, they had a lot of team fights and a lot of scrippy fights. None of them was really like perfectly played, but still he has never died before. And really has been a setup machine as well as a burst machine for his team. Now, I cannot say the same thing of Zanzara. He kind of gets popped. He does not have the most amount of gold. Like, Razork also does not have, but at least he has the assists. And his morning mode kill. I think he got also a shutdown. I think. Did he? I think he got a shutdown. Misfits really pushing us down here. They have a good advantage now. They have 8k gold lead, or like 7.5k, something like that. And they did have got a Drake, so they slowed down Astralis win condition of getting a soul, but they're still on soul point. So Misfits really has to watch out to just take that Drake and not let Astralis win this game just by the sheer fact that they got soul. It's Cloud Soul, so it's not the most deciding one. But honestly, I think if I look at the team of Astralis, they can really use that Cloud Soul ability. I mean, with White Knight and Promiscu, I really think those two can use it, because literally Promiscu could pop his ultimate and just get movement speed over the ass to engage. So I think that's good. White Knight, the same idea, just a bit more effective. And I think Zanzara would also not say something, would not say no to going in, ulting, being almost impossible to kill, as well as just having so much movement speed that you can follow up on any engage yourself, or even disengage. So I would say Picasso is very valuable for them. V2, you have to watch out, though you may get engaged on. They start off the Baron here, Misfits. They're challenging Astralis, and that's a TP in from Magic Felix. He might get cut off though. Maybe catch that flash stun from Razork, the double ultimates, but I don't think. Oh, they're double root. Nice one, Magic Felix. That's a nice one. But now Misfits I think they're just gonna repeat this. They're just gonna start off the Baron, maybe. I think so. They're just gonna start off Baron again. And Magic Felix does not have his ultimate right now. I don't think he will have it at the end of this fight, except if they stall this even further. So this might be a very bad situation. Although Misfits aside, you know what? That's okay. We didn't lose anything. We didn't out anything. We're gonna call quits on this one. Shout Vanda. We don't want to get engaged on by Zanzara, although that would be good bait. That would be a good bait. Now 5 versus 5 for the Cloud Soul. This is a very deciding team fight. If Astralis get this, it's going to be a complete game changer for them. Just legitimately, they can win the game by this Drake, even if it's a Cloud Drake. It's not after the scenario, but it really is right now. That Drake is going to give you a really big advantage. Now Astralis move in with Magic Felix and goes on the Zhonya's. Vito goes into the backline, wants one shot Jesla, but Jesla goes out of range. Vito goes into Zhonya's, does not able to kill him off. That's a 3-man knockup from Promiscu. Holds Misfits off from his team, And now here it's main engage onto Jessica, and Jessica just get bursted down, Ignite popping onto him. Is he able to survive this? Yes, he is. It's a 4v2. Although there's Razak up there, so it's 4v3 possibly. Don't want to engage this? No, probably not. But I'll be with you. That's a bit of a risky engage if I were you for both sides. Although I do think Misfits in a bit of worse situation. Okay, Razak, what are you doing? You get rooted up, you get stunned up, you just shut down my Magic Felix. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, mate? What the hell are you doing? First off, like to finish off the Drake here. I think Magic Felix goes in here, roots up. Poor Razak here, but then both of them go into the Zanias and Vita goes in backline. Zones off Jeskla. Vander gets killed off, and White Knight is in the middle of complete Misfits. Tries to flash out, actually managed to do so, while Promise Q peels for him. This might actually be another Baron fight here. Let's see here. Who engages first? Who will be the first one to go in? I think it's going to be Promise Q. They're slow on Jessica, and Magic Felix. Promise Q knocks away VTO, zones him off. Hero gets stunned up, but the follow-up is not there. Astralis going to get himself the Baron here. Yeah, they're going to get it. Zara gets himself the smite on this one. Hero wants to re-engage onto Zara, but he pops the ultimate. VTO is there. He wants to assassinate, but he doesn't quite get to them. That's the re-engage. What is that? Hero Vander is dead. Promise Q is dead as well. And here with the body of Promise, you might want to re-engage on this one. Doesn't get a stun off. And a trade of supports, just like the old times. Now let's look at the team fight again. Let me cast this again. Now we have Vander once with the Scene of Blade, does not quite hit, and Zara gets put on to half health by Hero, does not get killed off instantly. Vander engages, re-engages in that sense. VTO, okay, Vander gets just blown up while Promise is in the front line tanking literally everything from Misfits. And then Hero tries like ult and then stun up White Knight, but is not quite in range. I think he also has his passive up, so not going to be able to do any follow up on that one. Oh my god. Oh, I got his first death. Nice. But yeah, Astralis are slowly climbing their way into this victory. That's just a 5k gold advantage. Now the Center Flight does not hit, but that's a 2-man stun onto Jeskla and Zara. But no engage! There wasn't engage, there was a stun onto their ADC and their jungler. They're probably the two most priority targets. Except the mid laner, but honestly, the jungler and the ADC are most important targets. I'm gonna be honest, just because of the objective control and the DPS. Oh my god, that's so hurl up. It looks so good to engage here, but they have just a Baron buff. It's so risky though, and they just lose the game here if they do anything. They just the smallest thing wrong. And Kobe is also so low. They just cannot fight this at the moment. That Astralis are just pushing this down. They do not give a damn. Wait, okay, I just thought I didn't get a turret. You have both turrets. They're pushing down into Misfit space with the help of Baron and Nashad. And this does not look too good for them. Okay, that's DP in from White Knight. They want to prepare some vision here. That's again the chance for them. That's DP in from V2, if I saw that correctly. Another chance for them to get the Cloud Soul and get themselves a huge advantage. This is such a good way to win this game. That's a stun up onto White Knight. Just gets bursted down. That tank is down. Normally not the first thing you prioritize, but if the tank is down so early in the fight, and also just a stopwatch, V2 didn't even damage him like once, or like didn't auto attack at him once. But that stopwatch and tank, that's not winnable fight. And now Misfits are in soul point. Wow. Now the gauge onto White Knight here seems a bit troll first, but he gets so burst down so fast that without a tank and just a 4v5, it's impossible to play this. It's impossible to play this without a proper front line. I mean, they still have Centaur and Promise Q, but White Knight is the true, absolute dominant front line. And without that, it's just impossible to play. Wait, I think internet issues. Yeah, disconnected randomly, like always. Just ring it, Lee. I think it should just load up again. Hello? Okay, that's weird. Let me just reload this. Internet. How it always works. Let's go 50, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55. Perfect. Perfecto. Meteor, watch out. The Q from White Knight hits onto him. There may be an engage in the White Knight again, but I don't think he gets burst down that easily now. But he did pop ultimate, so it's a really important ultimate out of the way. If they now force some kind of objective, although there's no Drake and no Baron here, so that's a bit unlucky. But technically they would be able to force a team fight now, as White Knight doesn't have an ultimate and a... Okay, wait, that's not the standard of chest. He's able to jump out of this. Centaur almost gets bursted down. And White Knight without his ultimate is just a blob of meat that does not survive too well. And now, Magic Felix and Jester try to kite this back, actually. What? Why are they winning a fight? Kirby! Team... Oh, what? Kirby! What the hell? Killed off Jester. I mean, put him in a GA there. And killed off Magic Felix. Oh my god. Now he stops the wave. He does so much work. He doesn't even get engaged. He literally kills them like 1v3. If they played it like just a bit incorrectly. He wastes so much time. Oh my god, Misfits kind of lost that fight just after like Astralis did so much burst damage onto them. But okay, just is really strong. Never mind. But Jesus, Kirby got so much out of them in the last few seconds, man. You saw it from the stun, like the engage from Jeskla, and then the stun that does not quite hit on Jeskla because he jumps out of the Leona ultimate, and White Knight just getting burst into the ground, and Zenzara and Jeskla are so low, and that's the resurrection onto Zenzara, and suddenly they just decide to completely obliterate them. Reza is not able to help them. He is in stopwatch, gets killed off easily, and then suddenly Kirby is just yip, and that is Magic Felix. And Jeskla is also dead, and then it wastes so much time. He gets minion wave after minion wave and then gets killed off by Jeskla like 30 seconds later. It's so devastating. Even though Astralis won that fight, Kirby absolutely popped off. It's absolutely nutty. Japro and Skew might get catched off there. Vandal and his team. The Xenoblade does not hit. That's not good. Magic Felix also has Leona ultimate. That's good for Astralis, but definitely not good for Misfits. And Astralis moved down to the bottom lane, push this in, destroy those fierce minions, and try to get that tower here. And with the help of Baron buff, that might just be easier than a piece of cake. They hold off the push just for this, but now they're moving into the turret here. Whitener gets stunned up. He does not even time to pop the ultimate. You have to pop it earlier, dude. And Razor gets to go to stopwatch because it gets bursted down that like easily. Oh my god. Kinda lost my breath there. Wait, is that a flank? That's a flank. That's the TP in from here. So watch out though. Nothing gets catched off again like always. Does a stun hit? No, it doesn't hit on the promise. Can he goes on the stopwatch? Vito is there for assistance. Does cover him, and Harriet is able to survive this. Now, Jessica gets himself the Drake. And Vito gets stunned off. He goes into Zanias. He's able to survive this. He goes out of the ultimates. Kirby kills off Promise in the back line. Now the stun up on the Magic Felix goes into the stopwatch. Turns against away. Gets shut down by Kirby, and Jeskla jumps out just in the last second. They got themselves a Drake, but they really got some dead people on the other side. So, god damn it. But now, let's rather stand there with the Cloud Soul. Although, White Knight, please ult. You cannot take advantage of the Cloud Soul if you just die and do not ult. Like, even if the ult is maybe a bit too early, it's better than just die with your ult still up, you know? It's still better than that. And now Misfits push this down. They have a really good pushing power here with Kirby. They could destroy this turret in a mere seconds. Well, that's a lot of damage. Vanda has the bomb onto it. Doesn't get killed off easily. Kirby is completely bursted into the ground. Cesar gets stunned up. White is here as a tanky dude. Raigi engaged here. Kirby gets slapped in by a briefcase. And Vito may be able to kill out Jetskler. Yes, he gets bursted down. And Razor is in the middle of 3 people. Slashes onto Senzara. Wants to kill him off. Senzara goes into the resurrection. Vanda is not able to die just yet. White Knight fights against Razor to tear with his friend. But the first friend dies. And what there? Wait, what? Wait. Magic Felix position is down. Wait. Magic Felix actually backstores. Wait, is anyone back there? Vito's here. Vito's here. We can mark Magic Felix. Although Magic Felix has the ult from Vito. He bursts him down. That's actually a... Vito survives this. He's dead. Now Vanda's just here to try to stop Magic Felix. And he does not make it. That's a dead Nexus. And Astralis. I have to sit. Okay, I have to sit down for this one. Oh, I completely lost my breath there in the last seconds. I was just completely taken away by Magic Felix backdoor. Holy crap!